In this video, you will learn the story of Hades, the Greek god of the underworld, and his connection with Tartarus, the abyss where the enemies of the gods were imprisoned and tortured. Hades, the lord of the dead, the king of the underworld, the ruler of the shadows. He is one of the most powerful and feared gods in Greek mythology, but also one of the most misunderstood and misrepresented. Who is Hades, and what is his role in the cosmic order? How did he become the master of the underworld, and what are his secrets and mysteries? Hades was the son of Kronos, the titan who ruled over time and the cosmos, and Rhea, the titaness of fertility and motherhood. He was the eldest brother of Zeus, the king of the gods, and Poseidon, the god of the sea. Hades was born during the age of the Titans, when the gods and the Titans were at war for the control of the universe. Kronos, fearing that his children would overthrow him, as he had done to his father Uranus, swallowed them as soon as they were born. But Rhea, with the help of Gaia, the goddess of the earth, managed to save the youngest child, Zeus, and hid him in a cave. When Zeus grew up, he challenged his father and forced him to vomit his siblings, including Hades. The gods then fought against the Titans, in a battle known as the Titanomachy, and after 10 years of war, they emerged victorious. The gods then divided the world among themselves, by drawing lots. Zeus got the sky, Poseidon got the sea, and Hades got the underworld. The underworld, also known as Hades, after its ruler, was the realm of the dead, where the souls of the mortals went after their death. The underworld was a vast and gloomy place, surrounded by 5 rivers: the Styx, the river of hatred; the Acheron, the river of woe; the Cocytus, the river of lamentation; the Phlegethon, the river of fire; and the Lethe, the river of forgetfulness. The souls had to cross the river Styx, with the help of Charon, the ferryman, who charged a coin for his service. Those who could not pay, or were not properly buried, had to wander on the banks of the river for 100 years. The souls then had to face the judgment of 3 judges, Minos, Rhadamanthus, and Aeacus, who decided their fate according to their deeds in life. The good souls were sent to the Elysian Fields, a paradise of bliss and joy, where they could enjoy eternal happiness. The average souls were sent to the Asphodel Meadows, a place of boredom and mediocrity, where they wandered aimlessly. The evil souls were sent to Tartarus, a place of punishment and suffering, where they were tortured by the Erinyes, the goddesses of vengeance, for their crimes and sins. Tartarus was the lowest and darkest part of the underworld, a pit of chaos and horror, where the most terrible and wicked beings were confined and tormented. Tartarus was not only a place, but also a primordial deity, a son of chaos, the nothingness from which everything emerged. Tartarus was the father of Typhon, the monstrous storm giant, and Echidna, the half-woman half-snake creature, who were the parents of many fearsome beasts, such as the Gorgons, the Sphinx, the Hydra, the Chimera, the Cerberus, and the Nemean lion. Tartarus was also the prison of the Titans, the Cyclopes and the Hecatoncheires, who were thrown there by Zeus, after their defeat in the Titanomachy. Tartarus was also the place where the worst human offenders were punished for their transgressions against the gods, such as Sisyphus, who had to roll a boulder up a hill, only to see it roll down again; Tantalus, who had to stand in a pool of water, under a fruit tree, but could not quench his thirst or hunger; Ixion, who was bound to a fiery wheel, spinning endlessly; and the Danaides, who had to fill a leaking jar with water, for killing their husbands. Hades was the supreme ruler of the underworld, and he had absolute authority and power over his domain. He was assisted by his faithful companion, Cerberus, the 3-headed dog, who guarded the gates of the underworld, and prevented the souls from escaping. He was also accompanied by his wife, Persephone, the goddess of spring, whom he had abducted from the upper world, with the consent of Zeus, and made her his queen. Hades was a stern and just god, who rarely interfered with the affairs of the living, and who maintained the balance between life and death. He was not evil or cruel, but rather indifferent and inexorable. He was respected and feared by both gods and mortals, who avoided speaking his name, and who offered him sacrifices and prayers. Hades was the god of the underworld, and Tartarus was his infernal prison, where he kept the enemies of the gods, and the sinners of the mankind, in check, and where he administered justice and retribution, for the sake of the cosmic order. This was the story of Hades and Tartarus, the god of the underworld and his infernal prison. We hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new and interesting. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel, where we post more videos about Stoicism, history, and mythology. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.